Angry guy here, and NoFap has major side effects. All right, so NoFap NoFap has major side effects, and I want to discuss that with you today. So NoFap and no PMO. Okay, so what NoFap is it basically means that you are no longer going to engage in the act of self gratification, which a lot of people have developed a a need for. So basically, you're cutting out masturbation, and you're also removing pornography, masturbation, and orgasms. I want to talk about how these side effects really can affect you because I have been doing no FAP, no PMO, and this is not the first time. I first attempted it maybe like 10 years ago. I got like 2 months, 2 or 3 months in, and then I ended up just concluding that it was not doing anything for me. I went back to the old way of living. However, since then, things have changed a lot, and I've recently begun doing it again. Here are the interesting things. At first, you're gonna have all this energy that you don't know what to do with. So you end up having tons and tons of energy, and you don't know what to do with the energy. And you're like, what the heck am I gonna do with it? Here's the funny thing. Your body knows. So I went from being filled with all this incredible energy to literally now just having enough energy to get things done. I started working out. Many of you already know that I would work out I would get up really early and start working out really early in the morning. Now I'm waking up at 3 a.m. Getting up at 3 a.m., getting to the gym at 5 a.m. I'm hitting the track by around 6 a.m., 6:20, somewhere around there. I'm doing really heavy workouts, extremely heavy workouts. Also, I get home maybe around 7 a.m., 7:30, and then I start working. So by the end of the day, I'm actually tired a lot of the time. And I can feel like my body, like the impulse, the drive for to fap has dissipated a lot in the sense that my body is now reabsorbing all of that, and it's using that extra energy to just sustain my lifestyle. So just so that I can go and work out, keep up with these exercises, and basically wake up, come and start working early in the morning and focus. My body needs that energy. So I have like literally no addition. I have no extra energy for fapping. None. My body needs that. I think I'd start to cry if I started to fap. Now that you're like cry, yeah. Because like I literally would be depleted of energy completely. So like this whole no fap thing is like it's a lifestyle. People call it a challenge. It's a lifestyle, right? Like I literally like I can another thing is like many of you know that I get sick really often. Like I'm constantly been getting sickly, and since no fap, like my immune system is like literally just fighting things off. Like like I feel like maybe like a sore throat coming on, and like my immune system is fighting it off, and like I'm like, what? Like I feel like like literally my immune system was having a hard time fighting things off for a long time, and with no fap now, just in the couple of weeks I've been doing it, my immune system has just like revved up a ton. I'm not getting sick like I was. I'm much stronger. My aches and pains are like I used to have like lots of aches and pains after I go to the gym. I'm not getting like almost any aches and pains anymore. Like I mean literally, of course you get like cramps when you're working out, but like after I finish my workout, like nothing, like almost nothing. And I can go so much longer. I can push and push and push and push and push some more. It's like it's really amazing. It is amazing how much I can go and how much I'm achieving as a result of NoFap, all right, and no PMO. It's not, I will tell you, it's not going to be easy. And you're going to have a lot of emotional ups and downs. For example, all of those things that you've been trying to avoid. You cut out the instant gratification. And many of us use fapping for a number of things. We use it to deal with our emotions. We use it to deal with stress in our lives. We use it to deal with the things that we don't want to face. And all of those things are going to face you head on as soon as you start doing NoFap. Like the first few days of NoFap, you might think it's okay. Like, I can do this. But then it's going to catch up to you. And if you don't have something in the works, then you're going to be stuck. This is the reason why you have to take that extra energy and you have to begin channeling it into productivity, into making you a better person. A better person that God will be proud of and that you are proud of. Another thing that I've experienced with NoFap is that I'm much more selective. I'm much, much, much more selective. Suddenly, like before, you'd see like a really beautiful woman and you're like, or you just see like any woman and you're like, oh, she's you start having thoughts. And now, no, I'm much, much, much more selective. I'm much more selective when it comes to who I would want to be in a relationship with, who I would want to actually, engage in coitus with. And it's interesting. It's really, really interesting. It really makes you more selective in the long term. Like you literally, you would think that it'd make you more desperate, and maybe it does initially, but you end up becoming more selective. At least in my experience, where I'm much more selective over, the girl that I would like. Wow, I was afraid that I'd be afraid to talk to. Now I might not even glance in her direction, or if I do, or I'm not afraid to speak to her. All right. Like, so what? I'm much more brave also, like much, much more brave. Like, I'm not going to go picking fights or causing trouble, but I'll speak to people. I'll literally stand up for myself. I walk tall, my posture, like I practiced posture for years, and then I kind of went back to crappy posture, but now I'm standing very, very tall again, good posture again. And I can see people are like beginning to gravitate towards me. It's like it's interesting. Like I honestly feel people are beginning to gravitate towards me, literally gravitate towards me, coming closer to me. And it's something I wasn't feeling before, but it's something that I am feeling now, where people are literally drawn to me, and maybe it's drawn to I don't know if you would call it the energy, or just a big change or a big look of confidence. It's a completely different thing. The way that I interact and engage with others has changed as well. I'm more, I don't want to use the word playful, but I'm more I'm more open. Like it's interesting. I converse more, and as a result, I get along with people more, and I'm operating much, much better, much, much better. It's really interesting. It's really interesting how it has affected my mental state and the major improvements I'm seeing. But I will tell you, it is hard in the beginning. For young guys, I think NoFap will maybe one of the hardest things you ever do in your entire life. I don't want to say if the hardest, but it's hard for a young guy, for guys in their teens and their 20s, and maybe even the early 30s. It's going to be hard, really hard for those guys, because that's the age where your vitality is the highest. And especially when you've been doing fapping for so long, it's going to be so hard to adjust, especially if you're in university. However, it's absolutely worth it. The key to making NoFap work and I'm only speaking for myself, my experiences, is you have to use that energy. All right. You can't just sit on that energy. You have to start pushing yourself, hitting the gym, waking up early, hitting the gym. You have to start working hard on your business, working hard if you're in school, working hard in your education, like pushing, building something more. You have to start using that time. It's interesting because I'm not as depressed anymore, and I find myself being more brave and taking more risk and doing things that I wouldn't do before. And it's happened in just a short period of time. There's also this thing you could potentially experience called flatlining. A lot of people experience it where your libido completely just like goes away. And for me it's been like up and down where it just goes away, or then it'll come back and then it goes away. And it's hard. It's hard because it's like when you stop fapping, it's almost like you're standing naked in front of people. Like I'm so serious. When you stop fapping, it's like almost like you're naked in front of people. Like you can't hide anymore. Like you're just right there, and it's like, you know, it's like when you fap, you're hiding. It's like you're able to hide yourself, or or you're retreating into something. When you stop fapping, it's like you enter the world, and you can't hide from it anymore. You can't get away from it anymore. But it changes everything. It changes your interactions. It changes the way you look at the world. It changes the way you interact with people. You just like, if you're a person who's constantly worried about bad things happening, and many of us are, you kind of like start to think like, you know what? And again, I'm talking just from my experience. I start to feel like, you know what? I don't really care. Like, okay, whatever. Bad things happen, but I'm just going to keep pushing forward. If something happens, I'll deal with it. That's it. I don't want to. I either try not to think about it, or I just accept it for what it is and keep moving forward. Another very interesting thing is how disciplined I've become. Like I've become more and more disciplined with finances, increasingly disciplined with finances, where like I just don't want to spend money on stupid stuff. I'm constantly working on multiple things now, but I also just don't want to spend money on stupid stuff. Like I don't want to spend money on just like on like unnecessary stuff, unnecessary just junk. I just don't. Leisure activity, I just don't. I'd rather invest that money. I'm thinking a lot more clearly. A lot more clearly. Like even the money that I would take and say, okay, well, this is the money I'm going to use to have fun. You know what? You know what I use my fun money for? My fun money is used for making more money. Making more money is fun. Investing for me is fun. That's what I use my fun. Like, like how you have your investing, you have, money that you put for investing, for your business, for all your taxes, stuff like that. For me, my fun is now investing. My fun is building a new source of income. This is literally my fun. This is my fun right now. Studying, learning something new, learning a new language. This is my fun and self-improvement. Like this is my new fun right now. And like I said, like my standards have risen so high that like the idea of being in a monogamous relationship is becoming much, much more difficult for me. Like the idea of like just dating, being with one person, it's becoming really, really hard. Like no matter how beautiful the woman is right now in my mind, she'd have to be like, again, it's just too hard for me right now. Cause like, I just suddenly I cannot see myself. I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. I'll be honest, I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. And it's not me saying that I don't want to be in a relationship or I don't want to have sex. No, I mean like, I just don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. I'd rather be, in a series of, hypergamous relationships, but I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. I have such high standards at this point that why would I want to limit myself to just one person? And, I just don't feel like that. And it's like, why? Look at me. I work so hard. I'm a good person. Jesus Christ loves me. I'm such an amazing, God has made me into this amazing man. Why would I want to limit myself to just one person, especially in this in this climate right now. I just don't want to. I feel so much better about myself and I see so much more value in myself and I respect myself so much more that why would I want to just be with one person, you know? I understand like, oh, for me, it doesn't matter how beautiful they are or whatever. No, no. I'm too awesome. I'm too awesome. I like literally is how I am. Like, I feel like I'm too awesome at this point. I'm too good for you. Like, I know you're like, what? God has made me that. Like, look at what God has done. Look at what He has made me into. All right. I'm a child of God, and look at me. And you want me? Come on. I'm wonderful. I'm a child of. You're like this is how my mind has changed. Like literally, like my self-esteem is skyrocketing to a point where like I don't want to say I feel better than people, but like literally, yeah. I don't really care if you like me or not. All right. I don't, like if you don't, in fact, if you let me know that you're not into me, thank you so much. Cause now, now I know that that I don't have to waste my time over there. And like literally like it's at that point where I don't want to waste my time. Like I won't waste my time. I won't cry. Like, there are women who I cared for deeply years ago, really, really cared for deeply. And now I just don't care. Like, okay, whatever. It's also changed my mental state. Like, I'm much more like, I don't know, like even though I'm not, like, I'm not like constantly like thinking about porn and masturbation. At the same time, I can control my sexual urges increasingly. At the same time, the way that I'm thinking about women has changed. Like my brain has changed. It's rewiring, and I don't even want to call it just primitive. It's amazing. It's really, really amazing how my brain is being rewired and how I'm looking at women now. It's very different. Guys, it is so different. Like it's hard to explain. It's like you remove pornography and you get something else where I don't know if you call it your imagination or your your male vitality returns and you see something different. You become, I don't even just want to say animal, you become like a hunter. You become a man, like a real man. It's like masturbation is for kids and real men don't do that. And you're like, real men don't do that. Guys, I can't tell you how to live your life. And I'm not trying to insult anyone who does that. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, at this point, like, it's making me stronger. It's making me stronger. And like, for example, my interactions with women, like I said, have changed. Like, I stand up to women now. Like before, I just like, I'm just going to not like say nothing. Like, I'll stand up to them. And I'll argue if I feel like it. And I don't worry about the what, so what. Like I'll stand up to women, men. I'll look people right in the eye. Okay. And I find that as a result of that, my interactions with others are much, much different. People not only do they seem to respect me more, but like I said, they are gravitating towards me. Like men are not just women, men. I feel like men are I feel like a lot more men are also women are gravitating towards me, but I also feel more men are gravitating towards me. Like you hit the gym and like you have guys like just like they want to come and work out next to you all of a sudden, like like they see the energy in you and they're like, I want what this guy has. Like it's just crazy. Like men, like, and some guys who you're like, dude, you're in better shape than I am. And they see this energy in you. They see this vitality in you. They see this threat, this thing, and they want to be close to you. All right. You will pull other men. Like I literally have men that just want to be close to me now. Just want to be close to me because it's like they feel the energy. They like the masculinity on me, all right? And I just like, and then I have women who are getting close to me or hovering around me. I was at the gym today and this really cute girl, she came in with what I assume is her boyfriend. And she just kept checking me out, checking me out, checking me out, checking me out. She couldn't stop looking at me. Like, I was like, what the heck is going on? This girl just won't stop staring at me. And she like, I'm going around the gym and she's just checking me out. Like she starts off a little bit checking me out. This was the first time I saw her there today. And then she looks at me again. And then by the time I'm getting ready to leave, she's just checking me out, checking me out, She's just like staring at me. Just like staring, like she just can't stop staring at me. And her boyfriend's like right there. And she's just like, and he's like talking to someone. She's like, her mouth is like beginning to like drop. I think I'm like, what the heck? What the heck is going on? And the funny thing is like, by the time I left the gym to go work out on the track, because I like to do a few miles on the track after the gym. And the funny thing is, by the time I left, I had forgotten like all about her. I think like my mind was already in go mode. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go work on this right now. That's another thing. Like, I'm not dwelling on people. Like, it still does happen here and there where you think about some things, think about some people and some interactions. But I'm moving past them a lot faster. Like, yeah, she was really cute. She was gorgeous. And she was just like looking at me. And like, by the time I left, like literally I left the gym and I had already like forgotten about her. Like already forgotten about her. I wasn't having the wow, maybe, this girl like really, nope, nothing. And no matter how attractive she is, I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship with her. With any like the women that I previously would have like, oh my gosh, I would love for her to be my wife. I'd love for her to be like, now, nope. Nope, no, no, like literally, like I'm off, guys. I'm like literally, I'm off hand. Like, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Like hands off right now. Like I'm literally like people like ladies, hands off, all right, hands off, all right. Don't even touch. Did I say you can touch me? Did I say you can touch me? All right, don't touch me. Do never touch me unless I tell you can touch me. All right, she can touch me. All right, she starts touching. I'm like, okay, now stop touching me. That's enough, guys. I'm telling you, it's amazing. And if you think about the urges are just not as bad right now. I mean, they come and go, but the thing is, and mainly that's when I'm like laying in bed. But when I'm busy working right now, and like if I start thinking about a chick or something, but overall, because I'm using my body is basic. Let me explain how semen works. Semen gets reabsorbed into your body, and evidently, I think your blood absorbs it as well. And there's so many nutrients in semen. I want you guys. I mean, when your semen, we're talking about electrolytes, calcium, I think magnesium, maybe potassium. There's so much in your semen, all right? So much in proteins, fats. It's so much in your semen. And why do you think after after men ejaculate, they suddenly like fall asleep, or you feel tired, you feel worn out, or I mean, if you do it like if it happens like one time, a lot of times you're all right, but you'll notice over a series of days that you start to just feel worse and worse and worse, like something is falling apart in your life. And I was beginning to get to that point recently, and then I started NoFap, no PMO. I mean, I had already told you guys about about the dangers of porn. I made a video about that maybe a couple weeks ago or maybe a month ago, and I talked about the dangers of pornography. And one of the craziest things was like someone said something like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta go delete my stash right now," and I was like, "What stash?" Like there's some of you guys that literally this is one big problem with men. Men are very, how do I put this? Creative creatures. and very organized and systematic creatures. And there's some guys out there who organize their porn. Like, this is like literally they organize their porn. Guys, this is seriously like men are, if you think like men take things to another level. They organize their porn into different folders, and they keep track. Some of them wouldn't surprise me, keep track of their favorite actresses, favorite genres. I am close to believing there's probably some guy out there that has like an Excel sheet containing the different, like his porn data. Like, this is what, like, seriously, it's frightening with guys. It gets really frightening with guys sometimes, because there are guys who start applying things like math and statistics, and you're like, math and stuff, yeah, like doing calculations, advanced calculations applicable to like porn, and like, what the heck are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my gosh, like, seriously, you're working at 7-Eleven and then you're doing a quantitative analysis for porn? Guys, this is like, that's the scariest thing about men. Like, the things that men can do is like unbelievable. And then like they'll apply the scientific method to something like porn. All right? So yeah. I just find myself so much healthier. And in terms of happiness right now, I find I'm still working on it, but of course we're all still working on it. And I'm still, I'm going to do I'm trying to do the full 30-day reboot. I'm not 30-day, 90-day reboot. And basically that's basically no fapping, no porn, no masturbation, no orgasm, so no PMO, which would also mean no sex. So we'll see about that, but definitely no fapping and no porn. So that's where I'm at right now, and I will just say the effects. Like, I'm literally I'm so scared of fapping. Like, literally, guys, let me tell you how serious this is. I was having a wet dream, and this was like maybe a week ago or so. I don't remember how long ago it was. I think I was having a wet dream, and like I literally realized while I'm asleep that I'm having a wet dream, and I stopped it immediately. Like, I literally stopped it immediately. Like, woke up, sat up, like, nope, not happening. Like, literally, guys, like, literally, not even in my sleep right now. I'm not saying it'll never happen, but not even in my sleep am I letting this happen. Like, I literally said, nope. Caught my dream midway, woke up and sat up in bed, sat up like, nope, not happening. Nope. So it's the amount of you're going to gain a lot more discipline. And one of the big problems that millennials have, a lot of millennials, is instant gratification. We need everything immediately. And it's helping me so much in being patient, in investing, for example, investing in cryptocurrency, working, just having patience in life. For example, I mean, even with how I'm eating, like my timing, when I eat, being able to say no, I mean, it's completely changing me. It's giving, like I said, my body, I wouldn't, this is not sexual energy, guys. This is life energy. Like, your semen is life energy. It's life. Don't listen to, people call it sexual energy. And there was a guy named William Reich, I think. I did a paper on him in college for my master's. But this isn't sexual energy, guys. This is life energy. And every time we fap, we are depleting our life energy. All right? There's nothing wrong with sex, but the thing is, you should only be having sex with another person. All right? Because what's happening is this. All right? your brain is releasing dopamines every time you ejaculate. And the problem with that is that with dopamines, they can only stay in your brain between your, like, they're basically released between your brain cells. Neurosynaptic, I think it's called. And they can only stay there for a short period of time. Dopamines can only stay in your brain. Released dopamines can only stay in your brain for a short period of time. If they stay there for a longer period of time, you will experience a number of problems, including cognitive failure, cognitive slowdown, numerous things. Dopamines are only supposed to be there for a short period of time. You're not supposed to have dopamines for a long period of time. This is the same reason why people who use drugs and they basically end up needing more and more and more, and you notice that they become less and less effective. That's, you notice people people who use drugs, you notice how they become slower in the way that they think, more erratic, developmental illness. This stuff is really consistent with pornography as well, with and masturbation, because you're getting that same dopamine rush and you're getting instant gratification, but you're getting rewarded for something that you didn't do, that you didn't earn. All right. And some of you are going to say, well, like the idea that you should earn sex. Well, hear me out. Hear me out very, very clearly. When I say earning sex, I'm not talking about from a point of where a woman places sex on a pedestal, and you have to go and earn it. No, I'm talking about having to actually go out and engage one way or another with another person, right? Before you have sex. It's like food, think about this very carefully. You have to go out and you have to work for money so that you can buy food. Now, what happens if you have an endless supply of food and you don't have to work for food anymore? You don't have to work so you can eat. A lot of people just end up becoming fat. They sit around all day long, they end up becoming fat. They take it for granted and they overindulge. And anything, how do I put this? Anything that you do too much of can have negative effects on you. All right? Anything. You have to, almost anything except for loving God. But beyond that, everything else, you drink too much water is good for you. But if you drink too much water, too much water can kill you. All right? It can. You can actually get water intoxication. A lot of people may not know this, but you actually need to maintain a certain amount of sodium in your blood, because if you don't, then you can actually end up dying. You have to maintain a certain sodium balance. So even too much water can kill you. This is the reason why babies cannot drink water when they're born. Water is actually dangerous for newborns. You're gonna say, well, that doesn't make any sense, because they drink formula, right? They drink formula milk. Milk contains sodium, all right? Milk is not it's not just water, okay? Their kidneys can't handle it. And just in human beings, we too much water will kill us. It's the same thing for everything. If we eat too much, we'll die. If we anything in too much, anything too much will damage us. All right. And again, these are safeguards that nature has put in place. So we really need to work on that as people. Instant gratification has become one of the most dangerous things of our generation. If you look at social media right now, we go on social media and we want instant gratification. We make a post and we want people to instantly like our post, so that and when people like our post, we get a small, our brain is released a small amount of dopamine, because that it serves as validation, telling us that we did something. So thereby you did something good. So thereby we're gaining social status, social validation, meaning means that it now provides us with psychological satisfaction. But here's the thing: it's only temporary, and it's only a small burst. So we want more and more and more. We need more and more and more. It's a very, very problematic thing, and I think it does a lot of damage to so many people. Where you need more likes, you need more engagement, you need more attention. You know, I remember when the filters came out for like things like Snapchat and now Instagram. And back in and if you go back a few years ago, or just a year or two ago, when they first came out, it was mostly just women who used them. I'm seeing an increasing number of guys using these filters, and the filters that they're using are filters like cutesy filters, like literally like let me see if I can get like mouse face filters, like literally. I'm like, what the heck are these guys doing? Or the way that they take the pictures and they tilt their heads, and it's like they're like the men today are like on social media are literally they're literally neck and neck with women looking for that validation. Like men want validation. I mean, especially millennial men today crave validation. And we talk about women on social media, but let me tell you something. Some of these large pages are held by men. And I talked about this earlier, where guys will take things to the extreme to get the social, to get the likes, to get the views, to do all of this. Guys take it to a whole other level. So, I want you guys to consider that. Oh my gosh. Okay, doctors in the chat, he says, bro, I drink 16 to 27 cups of water a day. That's a lot. Cryptonomy says, angry, I gotta save this video or how. Yeah, bro, definitely save it. Just add it to your save. You can just add it to your to watch later or whatever, or download it using a method. Sid says, I'm 20 years old now. It's my birthday today, angry. Oh, guys, it's Sid's birthday. I just noticed. Happy birthday, Sid. Guys, please wish Sid, if you already haven't, please wish Sid a happy birthday in the chat. I just started looking at the chat. Doctor says, bro, 3 days ago, I dreamed that I was in Japan and saw a really beautiful Japanese woman on a bed. I asked her a question. I immediately began something. I understand, dude. Yeah. Cryptonomy says, angry, scary, and mythical at the same time, Sensei. Tim's in the chat says, I know, angry. That sentiment revelation is what got me to love life and God more than any man or woman. And the same here. I'm glad to hear that, bro. I'm going back through your comments right now because I didn't read them. I was just like talking for a while. Tim says, yeah, you're right. I am talking to this really nice woman, and we're both cynical, and she aids me in other game projects that will come after 3 to 4 games after the Kickstarter. Also, I got my first 2 clients. Wow, guys, Tim got his first 2 clients. I think he's referring to his to cryptocurrency. Guys, I'm telling you, this Gen Z is frightening. Guys, Gen Z is like, they're like a monster little generation, like a generation of like little monsters, like crazy entrepreneurs. Like, Gen Z is frightening. Like I told you, I literally called this years ago that Gen Z are gonna be the bosses of the millennials, and they're gonna like walk into the office and like some millennials gonna sit there crying, and Gen Z's gonna say, listen, Jake, you need to get your crap together, all right? You need to get your crap together, or you're gonna have to get your stuff together and get out, all right? Because if you don't want this job, there's somebody else who wants this job right now. Do you understand me, Jake? You are 50 years old. 50 years old doing this. 50 years old. Guys, I'm telling you, Gen Z. You're gonna see Gen Z bosses yelling at these millennials working in these low tier jobs. All right. Well, the future of business is not millennials. I'm telling you. When so many of us are all like not me, but so many millennials are basically wishing, hoping, and praying for the UBI. Okay, when they're when the UBI is like the number one thing on the wish list of millennials right now, like they are literally depending on it. They're depending on the UBI, which is a universal basic income. Yeah, guys, these are not the people who are going to lead the future, right? These people aren't leading the future. Sure, will you have some millennials who lead the future? Of course, but as a group, no. As a group, no, 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 no. As a group, forget about it. Oh my gosh. Cryptonomy says, angry. I get the feeling that you're reading my mind. Ha ha ha. I don't know, dude. I think that we just all have very similar experiences sometimes. Tim says, angry sensei, I got some icy hot. It helps my sore muscles back and strained twisted muscles and tendons, also faster recovery. That's awesome, bro. That's really good advice, guys. Like if you're, I'll share that. Like that's great advice, Tim. Guys, yeah, like definitely check that out. Like icy hot. Like if you're going to the gym and you start getting cramps or like a lot of pain, my trainer actually told me to pick that up. Thanks, Tim, for sharing that. Great suggestion. If you guys need something to like to help you with like recover, Tim said that it helps with sore muscles, back and strained twisted muscles and tendons for a faster recovery. So yeah, definitely look at icy hot if you're getting into the gym and like you're having pains. Definitely look at that. But that's a good one. Cryptonomy says, angry. I could buy a lover bot for NoFap, though oh my gosh. That's another thing, guys. Stay away from stay away from the lover dolls and lover bots. Stay away from lover dolls and lover bots. I'm just telling you guys right now. Stay away from that because that's basically just glorified masturbation. I'm telling you right now. Lover bots, lover dolls, that is just glorified masturbation. Do not think that it is any different, okay? It is glorified masturbation. It just kicks it up a level. All right? Stay away from that stuff. Stay away from that stuff. Do not listen to these guys who are plugging these things on their channels. Stay away from that stuff, all right? You listen to me. You may get temporary gratification for masturbation, but it won't be long term. It's not going to make you happy in the long term. It's going to be really hard on you in the long term. You're going to go right back to your depression, and it's going to only get worse, all right? So I mean, it's not easy, but it does take time. Tim says, my animation is coming along, and also I got the monkey D. Luffy mindset, so I don't fap. I'm focusing on ambitions and Kickstarter. I like that, bro. Tim says, haven't fapped for 9 months. Guys, listen to me. Tim said that he hasn't fapped for 9 months. Let me tell you a little bit about what's been going on with Tim. So Tim launched his Kickstarter. He launched his first Android game. I think it was earlier this year. He's been buying up crypto like crazy. He's been getting tons of free crypto. He's also been buying his own crypto. He has a nice portfolio he's been building up. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. And he's now, I believe, brokering. He has like people that he's brokering crypto for. Like he's like, brokering crypto. So like he's now the middleman, which is what a lot of people will be doing for boomers or a lot of places like Fidelity, for example. But yeah, like you can be a broker. I mean, again, if you were like want to go and start a business brokering, then you're gonna have to go get yourself a license, and check that in with the SEC. But anyway. But yeah, he's working with people now, and on top of that, he has a Kickstarter campaign that he's starting up, and this is like all within like the last year or less. And he's been doing NoFap for 9 months. Like guys, like I said, he's Gen Z, and like he's purchased like maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 courses. I don't know how many. He's purchased a lot of my courses so far. He's purchased a lot of the courses so far, and he's been applying everything that he learns in these courses hard. Like he's taking them and he's actually creating something new. I'm warning like millennials, if you're listening, I'm warning y'all about Gen Z. I'm warning y'all about Gen Z. And Tim is cool. Tim is cool. He has a good heart in him, but like there are times when they like Gen Z can be kind of serious. Okay, I'm being really honest with you, and they're not gonna coddle you. You're not gonna get this coddling and this blanket, like like they're gonna put you outside, bro. Like they're gonna put you out. Like I'm really feeling Gen Z is gonna put the millennials out. They're not going to take. They're not the boomers. They're not your grandparents. All right. They are not going to take your crap, and they're not going to coddle you. They're not going to coddle you. It's going to be pretty bad. It's going to be pretty darn bad. I keep warning people about this. David says, David's talking about nuns. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Stay away from traps, doctor. Sith says, I have plans to make a video game like Dark Souls and Darksider in the future. That's awesome. He says there's no reason for going to college or university. Correcto mundo. Correcto mundo. Sid says, I'm suffering from depression, but I have got lots of plans for this summer, such as learning programming in the summer holidays. I don't care. Going to parties and clubbing. I'm fine with video games. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Awesome. What I've been doing, like I started doing yesterday, is like I said, I'm trying to like learn other languages, so study different things, and I've been like watching those videos that are like hours long, and I'm sitting down and just like watching like a full hour of like learning something different. So that's one great thing. Like that's something great, bro. Good job on that. Very, very good job on that. In terms of what we should be doing, what you guys should be doing, you definitely should be like busy investing, obviously. Like I mean, because right now is the time. Like it's like you have to be in it to win it, And if you're not, then it's you're just not. It's gonna be rough. If you're not focused, if you're not diligent, if you're not working on yourself, then it's just like literally it's gonna be too hard for you. I'm just being honest with you. It's gonna be too hard for you if you're not working on yourself. And like I said, you have to get rid of fapping. You have to get over it. It's hard, I know, and for young guys it's gonna be really hard. But Tim's a Gen Zer, and he's pretty sure he's a Gen Zer, and he's like 9 months in. Like they're not screwed, guys. Gen Z is not screwing around. Gen Z is not screwing around. Like they're focused on their passions. They're focused on their business. All right. They're focused on their business. Tim's not the only one. It's a pattern. Like of course, like there's some Gen Zers that are kind of like screwed up, but like I think the majority of their generation is a good generation. The majority of the millennials are a bad generation. We are like the majority of us are a bad generation. The only reason why I have some civility, why I'm like the way I am, I think, is one, because I thank God I had my grandmother around for at least part of my life, and she was like, if you want something in life, you work hard for it. And she taught me some values, even though we didn't get along all the time. She taught me some values, important values, now that she's gone, that my good for nothing boomer mother never taught me. My mother was greedy. I told y'all, my mother once spent $10,000 on a dining room table. Well, 9,000, I think the exact amount was. $9,000 on a dining room table. $9,000 on the dining room table, guys. I'm like my heart's like boom. Like my mother used to like. She always had like, for her, materialism was like is something she just couldn't get over. She just could never get over materialism, and it's insanity. It's absolutely insanity, and it's a problem that a lot of the boomers have. Especially like boomer ladies, like the desperate desire for materialism, and it's like for the millennials, we've it's like we inherited most of the worst traits from the boomers, and as a result, so many of us are like we can't even like think for ourselves anymore. You got a lot of us now taking what they call adulting classes, and those are the ones who actually want to try to survive, because we don't know how to do very basic things. Guys, also another thing that just happened. So if you guys remember, yesterday in yesterday's video, I told you that I had developed a new membership service for you guys, where you can go and you can basically, instead of paying like buying each course for like 150 or 300, you can actually just sign up for a membership now, and you can get them for 190. There was 199 membership, and then there was a 299 a month membership, and you get access to all the courses. So guys, the 199 a month membership is all gone. It's gone, guys. The 199 a month membership is gone. It's finito. All right. The early bird gets the worm. So the membership that you guys have access to right now, and like I said, you can still buy your courses. You can still purchase your courses. You can still purchase courses individually, or you can sign up for a membership. So, for example, like this course that just came out, make 100,000 times massive profit using Warren Buffett's investing strategy applied to cryptocurrency. This is an incredible course, and with this course, basically you get specific investment strategies Warren Buffett has used to become a billionaire applied to cryptocurrency. You get building your own building your own billionaire investment strategy using Warren Buffett's investment blueprint. You get critical investor strategies utilized by Warren Buffett. You also you also learn how to get insane deals on cryptocurrency not offered to the public just using Warren Buffett's strategy. This is something that no one else is really gonna tell you about how to do this, and it's because I'm a crypto developer why I have the insight into this. You're also gonna get secrets to growing and maintaining massive profits and success used by Warren Buffett. And of course, you also get high return coin evaluation. Warren Buffett's high return coin evaluation method and strategy applied. So basically, his strategy for stocks applied to crypto. And of course, you're also going to get coin investment evaluation resources. So you'll get the resources you need to do the coin evaluations. And then you'll get the #1 secret to Warren Buffett's success that will make you a crypto billionaire. This course is actually $299. It's $300. You actually have you have a few days left this weekend to get it for $150, and then you're not going to be able to get it for that again. And then it goes back to $299. So this is the early bird special for you guys. Now, like I said, what you can also do is, because a lot of you are picking up multiple courses a month, you're spending $600, $700 a month. You can just sign up for a membership now, which is great. And they're very, very, very competitive compared to the others. Like I said, the $199 a month membership is gone, like finito. People liked it, right? And the early bird gets the worm. But we still have the VIP Pass Access course. That's $299 a month, and you get access to every single course on the site and every new course that comes out. So every time a new course comes out, you get access to that as well. You get access to every course, all right, every single course. And then we also have a yearly membership. So, for example, with the monthly membership, that's $299. That would cost you $3,600 a year, a month. So in total, all right, spread out over 12 months. The yearly pass is actually awesome. When you pay upfront for a year, you actually get 1 year for $2,000, and that actually saves you $1,600. That saves you a total of $1,600, which is like, what? Yeah, that actually saves you a total of $1,600. Did I get that right? Yeah, you save a total of $1,600. I know some of you are probably upset, like, what the heck? I didn't even know about this. I didn't even know. I just announced it yesterday, I think. That's why. But for those of you that did not that were not able to get the $199 plan, what I am going to do for you right now is, let me see here. With this system, I'm actually able to generate coupons. And so discounts. So what we actually have for you, is we actually have a discount code for you guys. Okay. So got a discount code for you. And with the discount code, you'll actually be able to go and save 30% on you'll be able to save 30% on the plan. Okay, on the monthly plan, and you'll also get another. You'll also save even more money off the yearly. You'll get the yearly for 1,800 instead of 2,000, meaning that you'll be saving literally You'll be saving $1,800 a year with the discount code off the yearly plan, and with the monthly plan, you'll be getting a 30% discount off that as well. Right, so you'll get it for 210 instead of 299 a month. So you'll save about $90 a month, which is incredible. Right, so you get it for just almost the same. You get it for almost the same amount that you would have gotten just $10 difference that you would have gotten the 199 plan for. So I'm gonna show you guys the code momentarily, and you can use the code. And get that. So here's the code. Oh, I was like trying to put it on the screen. Okay, so give me a moment. But yeah, I'm gonna show you the code just now. You guys are gonna get the code just now. And with the code, you can go in there and take care of your business. Hold on. All right, so you should see the code now. Like, okay, there you go. So the code is 30% off, okay? It's at the bottom. Like, seriously? This 30% off. That's the code, and I'm gonna put it in the description of the video as well right now. Okay? We go ahead and jump over there, and then all you'll have to do is refresh the page to see it. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna put the discount code. I'm gonna put the discount code in the description right now so that you guys can use it. Let me see. But yeah, that's the code. It's only good for five uses. So it's first come, first serve. Only 5 people can use it. Okay, only 5 people can use it. So if you wanted to take advantage of this deal, this is it for you guys. But it only has 5 uses. So if you try to use it and it doesn't work, it's because 5 other people already got to it before you could. So the code is, I'm just gonna put it down here. Put it in the description for you right now. Okay, 30% off discount code. Okay, 30. It's like 30% off. Did I get that right? I typed that right. I'm putting it there. 30% off. That's the code. 30%. Yep. So I just saved it. I just put it in the description of the video. I just put the code in the description of the video, and you should just refresh the page. Just refresh the page, and you should see that. Just refresh the page, and you should see that now. And you can use the code, and like I said, you'll get an additional percentage off on the. You'll get an additional percentage off on both the on both of those plans. Okay, so you guys can see I just added the code in here, and where is it? Where is the code? It's right here. Discount code. See, right there on the screen. Discount code 30% off. So you got that. Okay, and basically you can head over here, and it only and keep in mind the discount. Yeah. The discount code obviously only works for the membership plans. So, but yeah, and it's only good for 1 week. So you only have 1 week to use it. So you have 1 week to use it starting today, and it's only good for 5 people. So the first 5 people to use the discount code will get the savings, and the code expires next week Friday. So for those of you in the US. So that's basically it, and you can get a good deal on that. And yeah, like I said, right now your best bet is just investing. Another great thing with this membership is that you also, in addition to all the courses that you get access to, you also get access to the evaluation form. So you can basically request that I do an evaluation of a specific cryptocurrency for you. If there's a coin that you're thinking about investing in, you can request it, and I'll evaluate it for you. You get premium access to that as well. So I'll get that done much faster for you. And so if there's any cryptocurrency that you want to invest in, but you don't know if it's a good investment, you can just actually basically just go to the support form, the evaluation form, and you can basically say, please evaluate this specific coin. and I will evaluate it, and I'll send you an email back with the evaluation done, letting you know whether or not it's a solid investment and giving you the reasons. Okay, so that's a service that people spend hundreds of dollars for to get a professional evaluation, and you're going to get access to that for free as a part of the VIP access pass. And then you also get access to the weekly high profit coins. So I'm doing evaluations of high profit coins, and there's a specific section for that only members with the pass get access to. And with that, you'll basically find out, like, I'll be posting all the coins that you should be investing in this week. Like, so for example, like, I'm going to be posting, okay, you guys should be investing in these coins and this, because it's going to change week to week based on, how the markets are. So for example, if I say invest in a coin this week and then you go invest next week, keep in mind it may not be as good of a deal next week because the kind of coin may have already skyrocketed by like 10 times. Okay, so you have to invest when I say invest. And I'm also going to put grades with them. So like, for example, if this is an A plus, if this is an A investment, a B investment, a C investment, how much risk does it carry? All of that's going to be in there. All right, and like I said, you don't have to worry if you still want to purchase your courses individually. You can purchase them all individually. You can purchase all your courses individually. They're all available individually still. So you can still buy them. You can either click on membership or you can just click buy this course and pick up the course individually, but they're all available still individually. All right. So you're going to get all of these strategies, and you're going to learn everything you need to learn. I will definitely advise you, like, for example, this is the how to time the crypto market and make massive profit course. This course is a lot of you guys, like right now, you have like bears and people trying to manipulate the markets, and a lot of you are falling into their traps. That's really serious selling, and but at the same time you have to know when to sell. So I definitely recommend picking up this course. This course is $299, but like I said, if you get the membership, if you get the monthly membership, then it mitigates that. And if you're one of the people that uses the code, like I said, it's only good for 5 uses, then you'll be getting the monthly membership for $210 a month instead of $299 yeah. I mean, that's it. Get a great savings there. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I want to read some of your chat comments because you guys say the darndest things. You guys say the darndest things. Let me read this. Let me see here. Okay, cool. Well, let me look at the analytics area. Okay. Yeah, there's still quite a few guys watching. Let me see what you're saying. Oh, Eric's in the chat. Eric says they are on par to be the most conservative generation in a long time. Yeah, referring to Generation Z, they definitely are. They definitely are. And when you're surveying them in high school, they have very conservative beliefs, very, very conservative beliefs, which is unbelievable. Doctor says having Asperger's can be terrible. Having Asperger's can be tough, but it's not the end of your life. It really isn't. Having Asperger's is not the end of your life. I'm just gonna be real with you, okay? There's so many things that we all have, like little somethings, and Asperger's is not easy because it's like you can be suffering and people will never know. People will never know when you're suffering, and people will never know that you're suffering. So there's that. Let me see here. Let's see here. But there is help, and you can heal. And honestly, I think that's stuff like, I can't say for sure, but I feel like NoFap can help a lot of conditions. Sid says 2019 has been a very difficult year for me. My 20s will be better than my teens. I understand, bro. You're absolutely right. You have to develop a positive mindset. You do. It could be hard to develop a positive mindset. I've just found that giving up fapping has helped me just to be more stable. Just more stable. Like, life is like, there are stresses in life. Autonomy says angry. That person needs a reality check. No, okay. So John says cryptocurrency is the next currency. Yes. If you have not been investing in cryptocurrency, then you're gonna have issues. Like, because like right now, like it's becoming in China, for example, people are going. China are heading to like Hong Kong and Singapore to buy cryptocurrency. Because China has banned crypto, and people are rushing over there to buy it as a storage of safeguarding wealth right now. Doctor, please stay away from traps, bro. Stay away from the traps. Doctor says, or your fitness trainer or nutritionist. Okay, Nova says, I'm Gen Zer. What's up? What's good? What's going on, Gen Z? Doctor says, you could be my boss, but outside of work, I could be your professor. Here's the funny thing about professors. A lot of these people who are in universities, these are people who are function or who are not really functional. They actually can't work a normal job. That's why they created the whole college system to give the boomers jobs. All these people who didn't would not be able to work and function in society, they basically now teach. That's the honest truth. These people you got people with a PhD teaching computer programming, computer science, and they can't even program. You know, Cryptonomy says angry will do, bro. Also made a health letter. My doctor asked of me. Very good, very good. Well, I'm not sure why they asked a health letter for you. Angry, I gotta save this video. Okay, yeah, I read that as well. Someone said eating. Yeah, Dr. MGTOW says that doctor says that he faps twice a day. Sometimes, yeah, he faps every day, sometimes twice a day. You've got to cut that out. Got to cut fapping out. See here. Okay, doctor says I knew it. I also have Asperger's. I was also a bit anorexic when I was 16. Again, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's like a mild autism, but I understand that there's like bits and pieces that you can miss. The key is to not let people tell you what you can and cannot do in life. Don't let others define you. Don't let others label you, because it's more so a label than anything else. This is not me avoiding admitting to the unique challenges that people with the condition will face or may face, but more so advising that it doesn't life's not fair and life's not easy for anyone else. You have to rise above it. You have to rise above it and take your unique skills, your unique capacity, and work through it and be the best version of yourself. Cryptonomy says, angry, could I go to China to buy crypto, then have it stored in a private wallet wandering? So you can't, in China, like there's a ban on cryptocurrency right now. So you'd have to buy it outside of China, but of course you could store it in a private wallet. You have to remember that with private wallet, if you're talking about like a Trezor wallet or, like a hardware wallet, you have to remember that they're not technically your cryptocurrency is not it's not technically stored on a hardware wallet. Do you understand? Like it's not technically stored there. It's just basically encrypting your private key so no one knows what it is. And in that sense, it gives you the illusion that it's stored there. But let's say technology came along that could, quantum computers came along and they can crack a cryptocurrency address. It wouldn't make any difference. It wouldn't make any difference. Okay, because they'd still be able, because your assets are physically stored on the blockchain. Your assets are not physically stored on a hardware wallet. Sid says, I went to a special school when I was 11 to 15. It was hell. When I was 16, I went to a normal school. That's good to hear, bro. Listen, you have to see yourself as a normal person because you are a normal person. And Jesus loves you and he wants the best for you. He wants the best for all of us. And like I said, it's gonna change. If you can get fapping out of your life, it will improve your life. It will improve your happiness so much that you will see what I'm talking about. It will do that for you. It will do that. It really can, but you have to work at it. You can't just think that it's going to come to you easily. So guys, there are links to the course in the description of the video if you wanted to pick up a course. Cryptonomy says, angry, I'm with you. It's just like a vault to put my crypto in would have to be a hardware wallet. Yeah, exactly. So it's the closest thing. Hardware wallet, or what we also call cold storage, is the closest thing to to put in your crypto in a vault. That is correct. With that said, guys, you can find links to everything in description of the video, as to the courses, and also and also the discount code. Only 5 people can use the discount code to get the membership, to get a 30% off. But as I said, it's a great deal. So here you go. It's in the description of the video, and it's only good for it's going to expire after 1 week. So first five uses gets the worm. Let me know what you guys think, how you feel about my advice or my thoughts on NoFap, and if you think that it's a positive thing. Do you think have you ever done NoFap? How would you, do you think that it's something you could do, or is it something that you just never do? And if it's an either, what are your reasons for that? That's something I'd definitely like to know. So let's talk more about this, because as men, it's something that affects us. And not just men, a lot of women also have the issue, are struggling with it as well. And you're seeing more women who are actually talking about NoFap now, because it's something that's happened more so to the millennial generation, where we need instant gratification. And as a result, we're just we're not behaving the way we're supposed to. Okay, and it's creating a lot of problems for us. So let me know what you guys think regarding that. And I don't know, what the heck is this? Like, I didn't see like the chat just update, but like on the on the screen I can clearly see the chat just updated, but then like in the in like the chat window, it's like it didn't. Let me see here. No, I guess it did. Oh, there it is. Cryptonomy says, okay, angry, gotcha, bro. Also, I am okay to show you my health letter before I forward it to my doctor, as we'll have more investigation. I don't need to see your health letter. I don't need to see your health letter, bro. I do not want to see it. I don't need to see it. But I mean, if there's something specific that you want advice on, then I'll give you whatever advice I can. As like I said, I am not a physician. I did not go to medical school, unfortunately, but I do have some background in health and psychology. So especially psychology. So if you would like some help with that, then you can definitely message me on Patreon, and I'll do what I can. All right, guys, but no promises. But guys, like I said, let's talk in the comments. Let me know what you think about NoFap. Let me know if you've done it. Let me know if you would never do it. Let me know what your experiences have been, because I want you guys to all move to a better place. And of course, if you want to pick up a course, all the links in the description of the video. Discount code is in the description of the video. Love God, get money, and and cheers. So you've been doing that cheers for a couple of years now, huh?